Yep. YouTube is being a jerk. World War II things. YouTube is being a jerk. Yeah, before World War II, it was just people used damn and hell and heck and things like that. It was after World War II that we went with fuck and shit and things like that. So, yeah, we're live. Hi, Jamie. Yeah, before World War II, it was just people used damn and hell and heck and things like that. It was after World War II that we've never been monetized, so no loss. So, yeah, we're live. Hi, Jamie. There you go. Yeah, before World War II, it was just people used damn and hell and heck and things like that. It was after World War II that we've never been monetized, so no loss. So yeah, we're live. Hi, Jamie. Yeah, you can't get money from YouTube unless you have so and so many viewers and so many hours of people viewing you. World War II, it was just people used damn and hell and heck and things like that. It was after World War II that we've never been monetized, so no loss. Fucking Logan Paul. Fucking everyone. Fucking capitalism. Fucking YouTube. Fucking all of it. So, welcome to another week. God damn it. All right. I will work on it. Again, more. Okay. Try talking a bit, someone?
Try talking a bit.
There we go. Now we have audio. All right, so now everybody should be able to hear us and not just Jamie. Fun.
What do you mean still no Leto?
Say what?
Jamie in the live chat still says no Lito for in the YouTube live.
Yes, Jamie, you ruined absolutely everything.
It's your fault.
Don't blame Jamie.
It can't be John screwing up.
No, it's Jamie. All Jamie. All right. But hopefully things will be fixed now. Because it looks like everybody's audio is now coming through OBS.
Okay, can you fucking hear me now?
All right. Yes, everything is fixed now. Possibly. So
it sounds like I'm listening back to the live play. It sounds like then everyone can be heard now.
fun. Okay, so welcome to another week. Although remember, the work week is a fiction. Monday doubly so. You can get rid of them if you really want to. This is Social Justice Alchemy. All right, so this has been a week of things happening, as is usual. Yes.
Always.
And among the things that have happened has been a bit of unpleasantness, shittiness, kind of awfulness, with YouTuber Social Justice Demon.
I
Oh,
will link her channel into the live chat in case people have not subbed to her.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also going to put
which
it in
is
the thing.
probably the case because she has like 200 subs.
Less than 200,
I
182.
I thought it was 178 this morning. It could be higher.
Anyways, she has a very small channel, which is not the case of the two dudes who are going after her.
Yeah, Eric Taxon and Jack Saints. I will also link to the Pacific video that we're talking about this.
Fuck
Yeah, I
them,
just
by
finished
the
putting
way.
that in the thing. So, I watched the video. It's been a couple of days now.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah. Let's see, Eric Taxon basically said that we shouldn't ostracize rapists. Social justice. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Okay, I mean, maybe we could go through the whole story, but I would just wait, what? That we shouldn't ostracize rapists? What? And it's just my brain's trying to process that. It's just what? Anyway, that was
Yeah,
my thought.
um,
But just a
Let's give context. It's about Lorelai fucking Bailey. Okay.
Oh,
Let's not forget what it is about.
Mm-hmm.
It's because
Jeez.
some people have given shit to Peter Coffin, and so his friends have come to the rescue. Of course.
Yep.
Because I know him and more than anyone else in the whole situation, and because Peter Coffin is a friend, they will defend
A friend's friend.
True.
They don't know. What really pisses me off, they don't know who Lorelai Bailey is. All the people who have came out of the wood to defend Peter's behavior regarding that. They don't know who she is, what she did, and they will give their fucking opinions like anyone gives a shit about it. It really pisses me off. So some precisions. So social justice demon is a woman. She's a rape survivor. She is disabled, and when I say disabled, she can't leave her apartment.
Yeah, she is
So
housebound.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
yeah.
if you want to continue where you were, John, because I don't think I can summarize the thing. Because no, really, I'm pissed. I'm pissed, and I'm emotional about the issue. So I'd rather you do it. But I really needed to give context that the rapist we shouldn't ostracize was Lorelai fucking Bailey. Okay.
And so, where am I? Where am I?
Eric Taxon says
Eric Taxon said we shouldn't ostracize rapists. Clearly, now this was in defense of Peter Coffin not telling Lorelai Bailey to fuck off. And Social Justice Demon came in and with a very emotional response said, what, I'm not allowed to tell my rapist to fuck off and go away and I'm not allowed to ostracize my rapist. Fuck you. Go play in traffic.
That saying is very important. Go play in traffic.
Agreed. Yeah, she
So
did cover that in the.
how many people would take that to a way of saying to someone to go kill themselves?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but the reaction they had was very dishonest. I mean,
Yeah.
I tell people to go pave the bottom of the ocean like every 5 minutes. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a way about you though.
no,
You're
but I
assertive.
mean, it's
But
supposed
yes.
to be witty and sarcastic. Anyone can understand that, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
There are other ways to actually say go kill yourself. For example, like go jump off a bridge would be much more directly to like say go kill yourself as opposed to go play in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry for cutting you, John.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You're French. The French don't have manners. I know this.
Yeah, that's because we are better than you. Now go on.
Oh,
All right.
well, okay. Later
So,
we'll talk about this later.
Yeah. So Eric, his response was, "Oh my God, you told me to go kill myself. People need to report this," and basically kind of started a dog pile on her. And
Yeah,
Jack
exactly.
Saint joined in as well.
Fuck Jack Saint.
Because someone apparently asked him his fucking opinion. No one.
Mm-hmm. And it has been fairly unpleasant for her. I don't know the total extent of that. Like I said, it's been a few days since I watched the video, and I'm having trouble recalling all the details. But Eric and Jack have used their larger platforms.
Very much larger.
Mm-hmm. And it has been difficult for her, social justice demon.
But it's not about it being difficult or whatever. It's about their behavior.
Yeah.
I mean,
they have been defending Peter Coffin and, by extension, Lorelei Bailey. And
and they have acted like pieces of shit. Really, I mean, they are cis men who have decided it would be a good thing to join forces to bully a disabled rape survivor into silence. I mean, and they fancy themselves feminist and social justice activists or advocates or whatever. I know for a fact that Eric Taxon is an anarchist. No. I'm sorry. This is not. I don't know. This is not the kind of thing I can tolerate personally. Now, I'm no one, so no one gives a shit. But
yeah,
I'm French, like you said, so I'm going
Yeah,
to say what I have to say anyways.
you assume everybody cares because you're French.
No, I know no one cares, but I don't give a shit.
There. Okay. I stand corrected.
We invented arrogance.
but we perfected it.
Yes. There we go. Stand up for our American arrogance there, John.
We're American. We're so arrogant that we have American exceptionalism. What do
Because-
you French have?
We can
Snootiness?
make a meme out of that, like French. We invented arrogance. America, hold my beer.
There you go.
So, anyways, yeah, that was something that I feel like we have to talk about on our very limited platform.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I watched the video last night because I did, even though I retweeted it like when Leto, when you tweeted out on Twitter, because it's I never I just watched that her video last night, and that was like the first Social Justice Demon video I saw, and it was heavy. And what was bad about that is how they were, because in the same tweet that she said, probably snarkily or something, do Eric Taxon go play in traffic, she was detailing something very personal, and she covers that in the video, which is why it is heavy. And she also explained why she put out personal information or the details of her rape experience.
It's not personal information.
Exactly. It's her story.
Something she talked about on her very limited platform that wasn't for someone to retweet with that kind of audience. I don't.
Yeah.
And you know what pisses me off the worst is she fucking apologized at the end of her video.
She did apologize to Eric Taxon for saying to him, go play in traffic.
Yeah. Seriously. That video broke my heart, I swear.
It was very difficult to watch.
If I well, we don't live on the same continent, so it would never happen, but if I had to, if by chance I crossed the path of that man one day, I swear to you, his teeth will meet the end of my cane. And I'm not joking.
Mm-hmm.
I can believe that, yes.
You don't go after cripples like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the mean disabled bitch.
Yeah.
Cripples,
I mean,
rape survivors, people, generally. So.
Yeah, no, but.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Disabled folks are, especially those who have physical disability.
Mm-hmm.
We rely on the internet a lot, and
yes,
and people trying to make it difficult for us to use the platforms we have to use. They are really, really, really limiting our social interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Because she mentioned that in the video of how, when you're homeward bound, your social outlet is social media. So to the right wingers who say, "Oh, come on, you're having a bad day because of something someone said to you on Twitter or social media, just get off the internet, turn it off." That's not something that most everyone can do, because if they do that, they cut off all of their social interactions.
Mm-hmm.
And we are social creatures, and so to feel connected with others, we need that kind of outlet. And so that's why these platforms of Facebook and Twitter and YouTube should be more welcoming, more inclusive, and Tumblr as well. And which is why we should be able to ban people who
make the environment toxic. Yeah,
ban people who make the environment toxic. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So that's fucked up. And in the wake of that, there was the Kevin thing. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, early this week, Kevin Logan had on
I had
his...
a shitty week. I don't want... Kevin is Kevin. He did nothing wrong. It's me, but it's too complicated for me now to have to explain to people that that kind of behavior is undefensible. And
is this about
Coffin's behavior and the people who defended him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so earlier this week, because of the Jordan Peterson and Shivali Zizek debate happened, Kevin Logan wanted to talk to someone about that, actual Marxist or someone who reads Marx. And so Kevin Logan had Mexi on, and Mexi was one that supported and defended Peter Coffin. And Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
and Little mentioned that in the live chat because she was there, and
I should have shut my fucking pie hole. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
sometimes
have
I
to.
don't know how to do that either. Well, then again, not sometimes I do. I just like, I have friends who's like, hey, I'm followed by Peter Coffin. I'm a small Twitter account. That's so cool. And I'm not going to say anything this time. If I have a chance, like if it's like one-on-one personal, okay, here's my problems with Peter Coffin and why I say fuck Peter Coffin. That's maybe what something I should do. Probably should like do a whole video. But then again, Social Justice Demon has already done like couple of videos like about problematic things
Yeah,
about like
but
Peter
you're not a
Coffin.
woman. You're not a rape survivor, and
Very
you're
true,
not
very true.
um, disabled. So they have fewer weapons against you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Because
yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Let's just talk about something else. I'm
the
pissed.
Sonic trailer came out.
I'm really pissed. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the what trailer?
The Sonic the Hedgehog, the live
trailer.
action movie.
Oh God.
Well, good. This is a part where I get to go to the bathroom or play around the golf or something.
No, you probably have seen pictures of that on the internet. It's
Yeah, people are upset
everyone
about
is losing their shit over that. I don't care.
Sonic the Hedgehog, a CGI character with human teeth, and people are like, "Oh my god, it's Uncanny Valley. It's extremely awful."
Well, it's
And
very uncanny, but who cares?
The only thing I care about for Sonic the Hedgehog is that there is an enzyme or an allele or something in the genome that was discovered that was named Sonic
Yeah,
Hedgehog,
yeah.
and that to me was kind of funny.
It's what,
Now,
an enzyme? I thought it was a protein.
I don't know. I don't remember the details. I just remember seeing the abbreviation SHH1.
according to Wikipedia, Sonic Hedgehog is a protein that in humans is encoded by the SHH gene. Both the gene and the protein may also be found notated alternatively as SH.
I was right. It's a protein.
It's one of 3 proteins in the mammalian signaling pathway family called hedgehog.
so is that what the movie's about? I'm interested in that. Microbiology. No, genealogy.
And they say
genealogy.
science isn't for the kids.
Yeah, the scientists are fucking nerds.
Oh, absolutely. But I will mention. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, when I was in grad school for archaeology, one of the jobs I had was to map the archaeological surveys, investigations onto maps of Wisconsin. I worked for the State Historical Society doing that, and one of the interesting things is that the people who find a site get to name it, and a lot of times it's just a number for the coordinates or something like that. But every once in a while, somebody puts in something weird, like something that happened during the survey. That's an in joke for just the people in the survey, and so you get. I'm trying to think of what was one of them. You get things like I don't know, like Melissa's tits or something like that. Just something where somebody was some woman might have been topless during part of the survey. I don't know, but something is just an in joke for the people that were there, and so I think science gets a little interesting when you think of it that way.
Nerd.
Cop to it.
Now, one of them will mention about like Sonic the Hedgehog trail. It is very useful for me, which is one that I reposted on Twitter of like someone who like took the screenshot of Sonic and then put along or directly aside it Charlie Cook looking the exact same thing, exact same way, and I was like, I can't unsee it now, and I'm very sorry to everyone that saw that because of me. That what also is kind of interesting that like the director has announced that like okay we're going to fix it so that it doesn't look as bad, to which like 9 volts on Twitter said the Sonic the Hedgehog movie is going to have a day one patch.
You cut off.
I got okay. I hate this push to talk thing because for some reason I never hold down the button long enough. So what 9 volts did you? So what 9 volts said is that like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie is going to have a day one patch in response to the director correcting it, as it were. But this has happened before because remember, like last year when the trailer for Battle Angel Alita first dropped, people were like, "Oh my god, those eyes can see into my soul," which is true because that was still a product in the movie. And my brothers that when it was especially close-ups of her face, Alita's face, it was very prominent and very there, but they did like work on it to like reduce it somewhat, but it's still obviously there. And I got used to it because I saw the trailers for a lot because that movie was also delayed from December to like February. So I think they will do the same thing with like the Sonic as well. But then what's should be brought up, I think, is that like someone did like comment on it, and I thought that's correct. That is going to be terrible. That like the director says we're going to fix it because that will mean they're not going to increase the budget for the movie, and so that was going to mean a lot of crunch time for the visual effects
unpaid
artists.
overwork.
Exactly, unpaid overtime, overwork, and all to make the movie slightly better, as it were.
That's why I would really like people to fuck their to shut their fucking mouth before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's Sonic. Who gives a shit? It's fucking Sonic.
I mean, it's not like video game adaptations had like to like live action movies has like good track record like Super Mario Brothers, Max Payne, Tomb Raiders.
I
I'm
still
really
haven't
struggling
seen
to
the most
find-
recent Tomb Raider movie.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one either,
And it's based on the newer video games, I think, which
yes, it is.
makes it, a better premise all around. But
True. I did like the first Tomb Raider because it's just like a cheesy action movie. So it's just a popcorn movie. So that's how I treated that. And Christopher Barry was also in it. So Rimmer was on the movie screen.
Who?
Christopher Barry is an actor from the UK, and he was in the science fiction sci-fi comedy Red Dwarf. And I'm a fan
How
of
do
Red
you
Dwarf from the
spell his name?
I think it's like the last name is like Barrie or something like that. Hold on.
the fastest way to find out is going to be to go to Lara Croft Tomb Raider on IMDb.
Is he an old guy?
Middle age.
Okay, so that's not him.
Chris Barrie, Barrie.
I.E.
He was in both Tomb Raiders.
Okay.
Yes,
So
was.
I have seen him because I've seen the second one.
I don't know him.
That he is an impressionist from the UK, so it's like if you only watch like British television, that's your only chance to see
I
him.
watch British television, but I don't know. Well, I watch British. No, I watch Doctor Who and Broadchurch.
Oh, I still need to see Broadchurch, but then again, I also haven't like caught up on like Doctor Who, like new Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
but
basically lost
Broadchurch
interest in
is like
Doctor Who
3
partway
seasons.
through. Yep. What's his name's?
The 11th or the 10th?
12th, actually.
That would be Peter Capaldi.
Yes. But I was more trying to call out What's his nuts?
Stephen
showrunner.
Molyneux.
Moffat, not Molyneux.
No,
Stefan
Stephen
Molyneux has
that's-
nothing to do with Doctor Who, even at its
Thankfully,
worst.
well, he has nothing to do with Doctor Who now that like the Doctor's now a female. Oh my God, the feminazis taking over Doctor. I've been on YouTube for too long.
No, so Stephen Molyneux was funny. That being said, he too would have ruined Doctor Who.
Oh yes, even worse
very
than
true.
Moffat actually.
Oh yeah.
Because
Well, I
very
don't know.
true.
Moffat is really good at ruining stuff.
yeah, Moffat is kind of sexist, kind of racist, kind of a douche. Molyneux is very sexist, very racist, very a douche.
He's a fascist and a cult leader.
Yep.
So, have you seen the stuff about Castor Semenya?
Yeah, what a load of horse
I looked
shit.
into that a little bit. Yeah, that's sick.
The
I'm actually
Olympic
not
runner who has
Oh, this one, yeah.
too high testosterone, and so they are going to try and force her to take testosterone lowering pills and shit like that.
Can I say something stupid? But testosterone doesn't make you run faster.
Yeah,
It helps in building muscle, but you can be super muscly and not run very fast. I mean, so they're going to make her take medication.
Yeah,
That
it's
will
just about
actually
policing
make
womanhood,
her
especially black
less
womanhood.
healthy. She's going to be less healthy because of that.
Well, she said when she was asked if she was going to take the testosterone lowering medication, she said, "Hell no."
Good
So
for her.
good for her.
Good for her, yeah.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a career in sports anymore then. So have you seen the stuff comparing how she's been treated with how Michael Phelps has been treated?
Yeah,
I
he's
have not.
celebrated for having the low production of lactose,
Lactic acid.
lactic acid. There you go.
So lactic acid is what your muscle produce when you exercise, and that's why you hurt when you exercise. And so that's a fucking huge advantage, I think.
It's not just hurt; it's your muscles fatigue much more slowly if you don't produce a lot of lactic acid.
Yes.
So he can swim longer without the same kind of fatigue. So he's as good at the end as he is as he is at the beginning of a race, where other people are starting to flag.
And he has that, also, as I understand, an unusual physique, with longer than average arms and shorter legs and shit. He's basically as close as a human can get to being a dolphin without looking completely freakish.
He looks freakish, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is why I can never ever accept like any arguments that anyone had against like trans people competing in sports, because like, oh, it's an unfair advantage. It's like, and
no, but if
it's all about policing black women's bodies in a very different way
True.
from
that's the thing,
white
because
people and men.
if it was really about unfair advantages, I mean, Phelps would have been somehow penalized too, and he wasn't. So he was even celebrated for being like a freak of nature.
Yep.
Like he had something to do with it, and there was some pride to take in that. That's weird.
And I think that was the term that was used, freak of nature, as a positive for Phelps, and
Yep.
then not for Castor.
Black
Yeah,
women,
it's
trans women, anybody who's not a white man is going to be smacked around.
It's almost as if that like we live in the society of white supremacy and cis heteropatriarchy and ableism, but yet all the laws are equal on the books for the most part in some places. And
yeah, fuck that shit.
agreed.
Oh, say hi to my German friends Cornelis and Swansea.
Hello, Cornelius
Hello,
and Svante.
Cornelius and Swansea.
Oh,
Any friend of Lito's a friend of mine.
Grüß Gott, Deutsche Freunde.
Yeah, I did not understand that, but I'm sure they did.
I'm hoping they did, because my German is shitty.
My German is terrible because I only took a year and a half. All I committed to memory was "Ich will Videospielen gern," and I probably butchered that too.
Oh god.
Wo bist mein Schwert? All right.
Oh wait! I know this one because it was like from a
I'm
PS.
sorry, friends. I prompt my other friends to butcher your language.
Das sprechen wir in Deutsch.
So Cornelis actually is one of my co-admins on Anarchist Memes.
Ah,
Oh, that's cool.
doubly friend.
Yeah,
Well,
and
we know Lito's
he
not going to be
came-
friends with
he
anyone
came
who's.
to see me. He came to see me in France.
That is cool.
Yeah, with his mom, which was really cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Is his mom also an anarchist?
She's a nerd. She's cool. No, she's more of an artist.
Oh, artist. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, artists
Yeah,
can
I
be
have
anarchists.
teeth now, but I still have a shitty accent. You don't have to make me repeat words, okay? I know. Anyways, so the shitty week. Anything nice? Oh, and also I watch a documentary series on YouTube that's called Animal Cops Houston. And
Animal Cops Houston?
yeah, it's the people who save animals from shitty owners and stuff like that. And they usually save the animals, but this week the episode I watched, the cat died, and I was a mess.
Oh.
Why the fuck would they do that?
Sweeps?
So, yeah, I had an awful week. Well, awful. I'm
Exaggerating a little bit, yes.
Yeah, fuck that word. Thank you.
Stupid English language. Stupid English language. What's wrong with English
Yeah.
language?
Fuck your
Everything.
language.
The English language likes to, tackle other languages in dark alleys, go through their pockets looking for loose grammar.
Or we're just like or the English language is like three languages that's in the trench coat like three children languages in a trench coat trying to pretend to be one language.
Okay, but one of those three languages is mine, so it should be easier.
It should be, but
Well, the
One
other
of
one
the
is
other
German.
ones is German. And what was the other one?
Gaelic.
No, I don't think so. Gaelic doesn't have a lot of crossover.
I don't know. While you think about it, can we all send a group ghost hug to Chrissy?
Yes, absolutely. Christy.
Oh yeah. The
Christy?
group hub.
Yeah.
Christy
She's going through
in the
some.
chat.
She's going through.
She's having a
She's going
shit week
through a
too.
sad day. Yeah,
Uh,
shit weeks are
group
going
hub to
around.
Chrissy. Group hub.
Group
to
hug.
Chrissy. Group hub.
Anyway.
I'm trying to think of like what else happened this week, but it's just like
Yeah, something nice, please.
yeah. It's like
Avengers
the first thing,
Endgame is still
Yeah,
in theaters.
no.
no
Yep, I will say
spoiling.
nothing more except there is
Say
no
nothing. Stop,
credit.
John.
There's no scene after the credits.
Stop,
You
John.
don't have to wait through the
Stop,
credits.
John.
There's no
I
post-credit
managed
scene.
There
to-
is something though at the end of the credits. It's just like an audio effect, honestly.
I managed to have it. Did it come out last week?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you
so
still have not been spoiled.
yeah, I managed to not be spoiled. That's not the same with Game of Thrones, though. I've been spoiled.
Oh, I'm
Well,
going
that's
to
been
be
obvious
spoiled.
for a while. Game of Thrones.
I like to hang on till the end of all the episodes have gone out so I can binge watch it.
Yeah.
But I've been spoiled by the man babies crying about Arya from all the things.
She
Yeah.
can kill people and wear their faces, but she can't fuck.
I mean, no, but the Mary Sue thing, like she
Fuck
wasn't,
that Mary Sue
like
thing.
she wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be a badass since the beginning of the series. I mean, in the first episode, she's starting learning fucking swordsmanship.
I mean, I mentioned this on the stream I did with Garrett, and it's like I kind of at first when it first started Mary Sue, kind of like okay, maybe there's something there. It was applied to like Mila Jovovich in the Resident Evil movies, but since then it's just like Rey from Star Wars, Mary Sue, Arya Stark, Mary Sue. Mulan has been called a Mary Sue, so it's just like is whoever's a female character they don't like. Captain Marvel, Mary Sue, and it's just like
Yeah, if it's a girl who can do the same thing a guy can do, Mary Sue.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, same in Star Trek. So I've watched Steve's video on the season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, and in the comments you have a lot of people whining about Burnham being too badass, blah blah, and someone, well, being a superhero, they say. Anyways, and there's that one guy who says, "Yeah, she's a Mary Sue," and, and it drew me, in, and I was like, "Fuck you."
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
this is like the essence of Star Trek. They're all kind of overpowered.
Yep.
Who cares?
You mean Star
watch it
Wars?
What?
You said Star Trek. I just wanted to make sure.
I'm talking about Star Trek
Okay. All right.
Discovery. I watched it's a video about Star Trek Discovery because
Okay. I just
Michael
wouldn't have
Burnham
associated
is
overpowered with Star Trek. Unless the
well,
ships are
Michael
overpowered.
Burnham apparently is a Mary Sue.
Okay. That's okay.
I mean, that's their new word for a hero, a main protagonist who is not a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Instead of heroine, it's a Mary Sue.
Yep. Some dudes are just the worst.
Most.
Mm-hmm.
This is why
I'm sorry, but
agreed. No. Agreed. Most dudes are just terrible. Which is why when people are like expressing frustration with something's going on, they'll say, "Oh man," because it's often men that is like the causes
No,
of many people.
they don't. They are not saying all. They are just saying men,
Yes, exactly.
which isn't exactly the same thing, is it?
Mila Jovovich is going to be in a Monster Hunter movie.
Interesting. Okay, this is based off the video games, the Capcom video games, right?
Yep. It's directed by the same guy who did the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, of course, it's like Paul Wes Anderson.
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, of course, Mila Jovovich is going to be in the lead in that because it's fine. It's just nepotism, but she's a good actress. Or now is.
Depends.
Depends. Yes.
She's a good action movie actress, definitely.
But
no, sorry, there's Cornelis in the chat who says the Borg Queen is probably a Mary Sue as well, and that's what that's what made me laugh. It wasn't your. Oh my god! And Christy says they honestly said that when the movie came out. Oh my god! Oh, why? Why do nerds have to be so stupid?
They are the worst.
Anyways, I wanted to say something, but yeah, Mila Jovovich. I wasn't mocking the fact that you said she's a good actress. It depends on. I love her in Zoolander. She's amazing.
Yeah.
But in The Fifth Element, I hate her and I want to punch her face.
I have some problems with that movie. I know people love that movie. I just don't think it's as great as they say.
I fucking hate Luc Besson, so.
I
like two movies he did. I like Nikita, which is probably not well known outside of France because it's a French movie with French actors. And Leon was cool. Actually, Leon is a character from Nikita.
Really?
Yeah, a very minor one. So if you manage to find it with subtitles, I highly recommend to watch Nikita by Luc Besson.
Okay.
There's the Checky Cario in it, so I'm kind of a fan girl.
Is that the one where she is an assassin trainee?
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, I think I've seen it. But when did it come out? It seems like I saw it a while ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah,
20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago.
I think I might. I think I've seen it or heard about it.
Which is, I don't know, surprising, because 90s movies have not a whole lot have aged well.
Oh, come on. Hackers is a classic. I have not seen Hackers, honestly. I said that as a joke.
Last Action Hero aged well, but that movie is amazing. So I might be biased. I think that's one of my favorite movies ever. I think
Jurassic Park. That one's.
Yeah, it aged surprisingly well. I'm with you on that.
The book, not so much.
The thing about that author, he wrote dad fiction as well, and honestly, is most of the times, not always, it's the adaptations of his books that are just far better than the books themselves. The 13th Warrior.
Is it Crichton?
Yeah,
Chris Crichton, right?
Okay.
Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton, just like in oh, fuck me, I forgot the name of the show. The science fiction show.
Gonna have to get more specific than that.
That's pretty cool, and the super
from what
underrated.
Era?
90s, 2000.
Sliders?
No, I didn't. I said underrated. Farscape.
Farscape.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
The main character is John Crichton.
Okay.
Okay, I was wondering where you were going with that.
Yeah, so Crichton reminded you of like the main character from Farscape. Yeah, that is underrated. Yeah, I like that
Well,
show.
his name is Crichton too. That's why it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. But Michael Crichton's books, from what I've heard, I've not read any of his books, but his movie adaptations sometimes are just far better than the books. Like the Michael Crichton's book, Eater of the Dead, is not as great, but it did made an excellent action film in the 13th Warrior.
I remember being somewhat underwhelmed by the 13th Warrior, but I only saw it once 20 years ago, so.
Christine says
I've
she
seen it
loves
several times.
hackers, and I haven't seen that movie actually.
The
13th Warrior, I thought was wonderful. I had a good time.
Oh, the one with
particularly
Antonio
because there was
Banderas?
Yes.
because there was that connection between the Middle East and
Yeah,
between
it's
Arabs
a cool movie,
Mhm.
but
and
really it's
Scandinavia,
pretty
which is
crappy.
correct.
Yeah. Vikings made it all the way down there. They traded and so on. Yeah.
Well, they were a group of them was called the Rus, and you may have heard of a country called Russia.
Of course.
Russia, Rus.
Yep. Rus was one of the regions that became Russia.
You're the Rus.
The Rus.
Who are you calling a Rus?
Well, no, you're the Scot. So actually,
I'm a Scot too.
yeah, but it's your name.
I'm a British mutt.
No. My dad has actually traced it back to the Scot clan of Scotland.
Oh, really?
Too. Yeah, there's some connection there. Yeah, so there is Scottish in me, but I'm a mix of like.
It's your last name, and Tom's son first name is Scott.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember that? Yeah, I've talked about it. I guess, and I put his.
Yeah. You mentioned your son Scott. Yeah.
Because
yeah,
you're Scott.
he's a good guy. Well, actually, no, it's because my middle name is Scott. And when I was a kid, the story I heard from when I was born is that they wanted to name me Scott Thomas, but a woman that was in the same waiting room to be for delivery with my mother, they were talking about names and they mentioned that, and she gave birth first and named her son Scott, and so rather than confuse the nurses.
That bitch.
They just reversed it, so I'm Thomas Scott instead of Scott Thomas. Now that's a story. I did not guarantee the truth or honesty of that story.
No, it's John who said, "Oh, that bitch." That was funny.
Yeah. But I do like the name Scott, and I do like the person Scott, so it's worked out quite nicely.
Yeah, some people don't trust me for having like a first name for a last name, but thankfully it's just like that hasn't like bothered me at all, or that has not come up much other than just like
Doesn't
a
trust
conversational.
you?
Yeah, so for some reason people don't trust people with like first names for last names. It's just one of those like silly things, as it were.
Okay, that's
former
weird,
governor,
but okay.
The former governor of Florida would probably be one of those people that you shouldn't trust.
Oh yeah, we should not trust Rick Scott.
You shouldn't trust any Republican.
I don't know who that is, and I feel blessed.
He's the Republican governor of Florida, and so that's all you need to know. Republican governor and of Florida, which is one of those.
Florida. Have you all Googled your Florida man story?
Mine was not that impressive. It's just like I don't feel like sharing my Florida man. So
mine is the winner. Mine is the winner of all.
So
mine is Florida. Shit! I forgotten.
So for the audience at home, you just Google Florida man and then your birth date and look at the top story and like read out the headline. And so that's how you play Florida man.
Yeah, and I win. I'm going to find the exact stuff so I can read you the headline, but I guarantee you I win.
South Florida man accused of failing to deliver trucks. That's all I got.
Okay. So mine is watch. Florida man vapes semen.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. When I told you I win. I hadn't killed Jonathan yet today, so.
No. I was like I said on Twitter. I am contractually obligated to laugh like a supervillain on the social justice alchemy live streams,
I
and
know,
so
babe.
I need to laugh sometime.
And some proof sent. Discord chat. It's gross and it's really, really funny.
That is very Florida, man.
Yeah. And you can see my February 25, my birth date. So, and the only thing I can think of, as I'm a vapor myself, is what the fuck did this do to his coils?
Oh man.
I
I just changed one today because of a thick vape juice I'm using. I can't imagine.
Yep. Ew. I mean, I have no other word. Ew. So, have you got an anarchist question today, Tom?
Oh yes.
I do. I probably have a number of them if I could write them down and remember them. But one of my I was writing down. I had been YouTube channel Deadhead Animation. Is
fuck
that
that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
okay? Why? What about him?
He's a coffin bootlicker too.
Yeah, he defended Peter Coffin and Angie Speaks, and like said this. It talked about the quote drama that was like happening at the time, and it was about like Angie Speaks and Peter Coffin's rape centrism. And also,
anyways, let Tom just fuck that guy. Anyways, Tom, go on.
Well, the only reason the reason I'm asking is because he puts out a lot of very short, very specific and targeted videos about anarchist issues.
He does good work on that
front.
front.
And that's what I was wondering if I'm trying to find places to find information about this stuff so that I don't sound like quite such the idiot. And I was wondering if he was a place to get relatively reliable information about anarchism.
Well, it's quite a free speech. What's
Warrior?
the word I'm looking for?
Absolutist?
Yeah.
And
I don't think. Well, anarcho-communists anyway aren't free speech absolutists.
Yeah, exactly.
In general, it's pretty unusual, but he has a pretty unique path. He was a neo-Nazi who became an anarcho-communist.
That's not now hearing a former a neo-Nazi changing and then becoming a narco-communist. That in the particular like line path I have not heard of, but I have heard of like other people who were like alt-right or alt-right adjacent.
He has made one particular video about that. If you want to check it out.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that one particularly. Now his channel is called Deadhead Animation, but he calls his show Re-Education, and so I've
seen that.
I do like I do think he still does good work. It's disappointing
Yeah,
to see
me
him make
too.
that video.
But I unsubscribed from this channel because I'm a I
Yep,
don't
that is totally fair.
I'm not a moderate person. If you hadn't caught
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that yet.
Well, if I get information from him, I won't tell you about it. All right.
No,
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 you
it's fun to
can.
get information from him.
I'm okay with people watching videos. Actually his format is pretty cool, and
It's
I said
short.
I like that he was a Nazi and he became an anarcho-communist, and he talks about it and he explains why and all, and it gives good tools to try to convert more people. So
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
He
I
likes
agree.
looks like a Viking Odinist, actually.
Mm-hmm.
No. I do like his aesthetics as well for the show, and like the set that he
yeah,
has
I
too.
don't like
Trying to figure out his
white
title
dudes
though,
with dreadlocks, but
Mhm,
anyways.
yeah.
because apparently
You
he's
can
Deadhead D.E. Matifi.
what?
Yeah, his use of random Cyrillic letters in his title instead of animation, what he's actually spelling
Oh,
out is D.E. Matifi.
oh,
Because
okay,
what he's
I
using
get you.
instead of A at the beginning is actually the
Yeah,
Cyrillic
yeah.
D. The backwards in is actually an E sound, and that phi letter is a F sound.
He
You
does.
can check out Thought Slime too, Tom, if you
Thought
haven't
Slime
Yeah,
is great.
I am sub to him as well.
So, have you watched his Anarchism 101 videos yet?
Q and Anarchy.
Q and Anarchy, yeah.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen a lot of videos from a lot of folks. I'm for some in the last month or two, I've been feeling kind of out of it.
Yeah, I
It
hear it.
kind of. Um, well, it's with all the shit going on with Trump and everything else,
Yeah.
and then getting excited about the new Democrats and seeing the old Democrats kind of crack down on.
Oh yeah, fuck
It's
the
been
D.
it's like when when are we going to catch a break?
Yeah. I've seen some good news that apparently some people talk about Bernie and Warren joining forces.
That's an interesting question because like, which would you prefer, Warren as the president and Bernie as the running mate, or vice versa? And just
I'm
like,
not American, so I don't think anyone would give a shit what I'd like. But I
I
think
give a shit what would
I
you would
think
prefer.
either way, it's pretty good news that at least those two are prepared to compromise with one another
I
instead
agree.
of compromising with the Republicans like Pelosi.
Yeah, and Chuck Schumer.
Fucking
Yeah,
Dems.
it would be nice to have some alliances on the left. That,
On the progressive left, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well,
assume
on
that's
the
what I
actual
mean.
left, yeah.
Assume that's what I mean. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some alliances where you're not where you can't where people aren't able to just pick on the foibles of one person. They have to start thinking about why are they together? What issues are they together on? Where people may have to think about the issues rather than the horse race.
Agreed. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, given how fucked your country is, it would really be time to think about policy more than cult of personality, because
Agreed. But
that works for Trump because he has an electorate of white men mostly. But that's what I don't know who I read who was bitching about Joe Biden trying to do the Trump for the people who don't like Trump. And that was really, really, really astute because it's not going to work.
Agreed. Yeah. Fuck Joe Biden. Just fuck Joe
Yeah,
Biden.
what? You're old, guy. Fuck off.
You're a creepy old man. Go away.
Yeah.
Well, Biden
How
and
many
Warren aren't
years?
no spring chickens either. I think.
How
I
many
think.
years until Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar can run?
In
I
Casio
think
needs
6
another
6
years.
years.
Yeah.
6 years for Ocasio-Cortez. I don't know about Ilhan Omar.
I
There's a,
don't even know Ilhan Omar policies and stuff, but
Omar
well,
needs
okay.
another
she
8 years.
takes
Nope.
so much shit that
Omar could
I
run
don't
now.
know.
Wait, no,
I
she's an immigrant.
automatically like her.
Oh yeah, if she okay, that's right. If Ilhan Omar immigrated to this country and then thus she cannot be elected president with our current rules. But hey, people were making the argument, hey, no, Arnold Schwarzenegger should like be able to run for president. We should get rid of that rule that like you must be American born or a nationally born citizen to run for this country.
Ted Cruz too.
Ted Cruz, yeah. Now, well, I don't want Ted Cruz as president seriously though, but it's just like
No. I mean, Jesus, John.
I know.
I'm talking about the argument.
I agree. Yeah. The argument.
Issues, Jonathan, not personality.
right. It's about the issues. But okay. So from what I've heard from others about Ilhan Omar, I totally agree that she takes way too much shit. She's like, and that's another thing. Like
a black Muslim woman? Yeah, no shit.
But also Jack from Twitter met with like the president like weeks ago. This is when we didn't have a show and decided to like keep up that and not remove tweets that the president Lord Dabnut like put up that caused Ilham Omar to receive death threats.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
she's a badass, honestly.
Oh yeah, she is, and from what I've heard from others that actually looked into like her policies, like on LGBTQ plus issues or other issues and shit like that, she's awesome. So it's like, from if that is true, then yeah, Ilhan Omar is awesome. If her policies are good,
cool.
Then yeah, she
I'm
should
happy to know that because by default I like her. You know, she's badass. So I don't know. I think I really started hearing about her because she made the mildest comment about Notre Dame.
Yeah,
art and architecture, which is both correct. And everyone lost their shit on her because she dared calling a cat a cat.
I only really started noticing her when she started getting shit for talking about how the Jewish lobby, the Israeli lobby or the Zionist lobby has a lot of power here in the U.S.
Yeah, and she had the ill fortune to tell the truth while Muslim and woman and dark.
Yep.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, when that happened, Tristan Johnson of the channel Step Back History did a quick step about like the political gaslighting, as it were, and how many of the politicians in the Democratic Party did not back up or defend or support or show solidarity with Ilhan Omar, as she was getting a lot of shit for like her comments of the Israel lobbyists, and it's like.
Well, she criticized some of their major sources of funding, and therefore she had to go down.
Yeah.
Well, she's not going down that easily, so...
No, she's not. That's why she's awesome.
Yeah, I like her. Anyways, so you may have some years, a few years of old people who don't want to pass the torch to younger and more relevant people, but I don't know, those women, they give hope, I think. Again, I'm not there, so I don't know that I can judge accurately, but
well, the real problem with our current political system is that it's going to take decades to undo the damage the Republican Party has done by appointing their fascist judges to the courts of the land.
Oh God, that's not.
I mean, not just the Supreme Court. They've been packing the courts at every level with incompetent douchebags. Just so long as they have
guillotine
the correct...
the motherfuckers, to be honest.
There you go.
And if not the guillotines, we have access to as well.
You can't. The show can't end until somebody gets guillotined.
Yeah.
And we are all joking. We're not serious. We're being sarcastic. For any of those that want to clip this out or just like see they're threatening bombs, we are joking. In the guillotines,
we don't have any guillotines except Joanna, and she's in France. No, not Joanna. Julie.
Joanna.
Have you drunk alcohol, John?
No. I don't know where
I have.
You call me Joanna.
But I have a little vodka in my fruit punch, so I am.
Yeah, so I am drunk by proxy, obviously.
On a totally different issue, because I don't drink and I haven't for decades, and I'm not at all. I don't feel bad at all about it, which is interesting. I wouldn't have thought that when I was younger, but no. I just to notice it. I put in the live chat a link to the Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young song "Ohio," because today is the anniversary of the Kent State Massacre in Kent State, Ohio, where 4 anti-war protesters were gunned down by National Guard troops who should not have had live rounds but did. So this
National Guard troops who shouldn't have been there.
Shouldn't have been there, and certainly shouldn't have had. It was vastly against orders and against procedure to have loaded weapons, and yet they had them locked and loaded right away. So anyway, just to say that the oppression of dissent has gone on for a while, and when this happened when I was in high school, when I was in college, and I remember it very well. So this
You're
speaks.
old.
Now I have to go. Julie, now I have to leave.
No. It's only when you say that you're old, that's like the sign that you're tired, and it's like that you're going to leave the stream. It's not like that. We telling you that you're old or anyone else, that's just contractual obligations of the social justice Alchemy brand.
Okay, I understand. But it turns out I am old. And let's see if John does anything with my name up there. Yeah.
I did. It's a while ago. It just takes a little while. There it is.
There we go.
Oh, you
Hello.
just have to click on it now.
Yes.
No, I'm saying it just takes about 30 seconds for it to show up on the stream. So
just because of the delay.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's okay. That I don't understand the delay very well. Anyway,
it's always a 30 seconds delay.
It's been about.
If you want to understand anarchism for beginners, Thought Slime is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's someone I feel comfortable endorsing, unlike the other guy who's good, but I don't want to say go see his channel.
Mm-hmm.
You are allowed to see his channel, but I will not tell anyone to go see it. Okay,
I appreciate that. You wouldn't have had any fucking idea if I watched it anyway, unless I told you. So, your approval or lack of approval means nothing to me.
I know. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. It's been an hour and a half, and if I remember mentioning, maybe I don't remember, maybe I didn't mention it. I am old, so I'm going to take off. And you guys did too. So
go. Yes,
and it's even up on the it's even up on my name there now.
Yeah.
So I am going to sign off and go do something. Probably listen to Ohio for a while, and then crash, maybe have some lunch. So good talking with you folks. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody has a good week in spite of the shit that's going on in the rest of the world. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have a good nap.
All right. So why don't we do our sign-off stuff? Jonathan?
Hello, I am Jonathan Scott, otherwise known as Some Random Geek on Twitter and YouTube. I also have a Tumblr and Instagram. You'll find my links to the stuff on like my YouTube channel below my videos. But please give money to our friends in comments like Joanna. Please donate via PayPal to severajoe@gmail.com. She just needs that money in order to live. But if you want something more fun that like Joanna does now, she has a Twitch channel that like I'm going to try to copy and paste into the live chat. Hold on. Well, it's in the live chat earlier, but it's the Twitch channel is twitch.tv/this mom games with the S at the end and all one word. And but also please give money to our friends and comrades like Phoenix of the channel Phoenix Rising 87. She needs money for her to stay in her housing situation. Please give money to Makia B. He is surviving out of pure spite, but could use some money to like stay on his feet, as it were. Give money to Foxy Jezebel, who recently lost her job and needs some money to like stay on her feet. My God, it's almost like capitalism is killing people, especially the impoverished. We should do something about that. And I believe that's all my pitches. So thank you.
All right. And Julie?
Yeah, Jonathan gave me a headache.
Oh, that's kind.
You're so fast. Okay. And I'm lost now. Okay. I'm going to have a YouTube channel soon.
Yay.
So
Yay.
I'm not going to change my screen name or whatever. It's Leto and Anor. So I'm going to. So to force myself to do it, I'm going to say it now. I should record the stuff next week. So
huzzah.
Ta-da. So
and you're going to guillotine the rich every episode, right?
What?
You're going to guillotine people. You're going to murder people every episode.
No.
That's your promise. You promised. I heard you.
No, I'm going to talk about disability and how to make stuff when you're a crafty one like me, when you're a little cripple. So, yeah, some good stuff and a little politics because I will have to go into that. But no, I'm not going to talk that much about beheading, John. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Especially not in the first episode. So yeah,
she'll wait for episode 3.
Expect a first episode between the end of next week and the end of the week after. So yeah. So now I have to do it because I said it.
Absolutely. And as for me, in addition to Social Justice Alchemy, where you can find me playing guitar and video games most nights, feel free to hang out for that. I also do participate in another podcast, the Dungeons and Debacles podcast, a D&D game hosted by my friend Kevin. We're playing an evil party. It's very, very different from this, and a heck of a lot of fun.
And is shinier than a platinum piece.
Indeed. And that'll be it for this week in Social Justice Alchemy. See you around.
Yeah.
Goodbye, comrades and potential comrades.